Okay, special greetings to all of you. Welcome to Masego Empire. This is the only empire that talks about what people can do to become better in terms of education. We talk about how to get money to study, that is scholarships. We also talk about how we can make use of these opportunities to accomplish our dreams. Welcome once again. I believe you are all aware that there is a reduction in the number of study permits approval rates or approvals in Canada. And a lot of people are actually scared. A lot of people are scared because they don't really know their fate. A lot of people are scared that their visas may not be approved. Now, and indeed, all visa applications cannot actually be approved. And so it basically means that some people's visas will be refused. But that doesn't mean that a lot of people's visa applications will not be approved. A lot of people are still coming to Canada. Now, I want us to talk about certain causes that the cap, the reduction in the number of study permit approvals will not actually affect in Canada. So based on the announcement from the immigration minister, he mentioned certain courses or certain programs that the cap will not affect. This simply means that they want a lot of people in these fields. They want a lot of people in these specialized areas, special professions in Canada. That is what it means. So if you are somebody who intends to study in any of these disciplines, it clearly shows that they want you. It clearly shows that there is a demand for people in this area. This is what it means. It just unfortunate that he didn't specifically say that they want a lot of people in course A. We want a lot of people in discipline A, or a lot of people in discipline B. But the reality is that they want a lot of people who will be able to relocate to Canada to come and fill some of these areas. Are you aware that the immigration minister said people who will be coming to study their bachelors in education in Canada, the cap will not affect them, even though bachelors in education is an undergraduate program. And you know, bachelors in education is actually a special profession. And this course or this program is meant to train people who want to become teachers in Canada. I believe you are aware. Canada doesn't employ teachers overseas. It doesn't employ teachers from Africa or any part of the world. So they want to train their own teachers. So they are telling you that they want people to come and study bachelors in education so that they can have a lot of professional teachers in Canada. So if you are somebody who wants to study bachelors in education, I think these 2 years is actually an opportunity for you. They will treat your visas with some form of priority. Another program that it's of serious concern to the immigration minister, or it's actually of high demand in Canada, is pharmacy. You know, pharmacy is actually a special program that trains people to work in their pharmacies, that train people to work in their hospitals, that train people to be able to dispense medicine and all those things. Unlike in Africa, where somebody can just stand up and set his or her over-the-counter drugstore, people who are not pharmacists can actually see other people, and they set pharmacies for them, and they don't even employ any pharmacy to be there. It's actually different in Canada. So they want a lot of people to be trained in these areas. I believe you are aware. In terms of health, Canada is one of the best countries in the world. So they want a lot of people to be trained as pharmacists. So you are somebody who wants to study for your bachelor's education in pharmacy. It's actually what an opportunity for you. Are you also aware that the immigration minister said those who want to study their bachelor's in nursing, the cap of international students to Canada will not affect them? This clearly tells you that they want a lot of nurses in Canada. So if you are somebody who wants to study your bachelor's in nursing, this is actually a great opportunity for you. They will treat your visas with priority. So the refusal of visas, oh, this thing you apply for visa, they will refuse you, they will do this, hey, go there, what's up, bro? So you apply for visa and you are scared that, oh, they actually going to refuse you visa. That fear should not be there once you meet the requirements. See, within the shortest possible time, they're actually going to approve your visa if you want to study nursing in Canada. Undergraduate program, graduate program, they will treat it with a lot of agency. This is what people tell that there is a exigency of what there is an urgent need for nurses in Canada. You don't have to joke with it. So I've mentioned certain programs, bachelors in education, people who want to be trained as teachers here. Then I've spoken about bachelors in pharmacy. Then I've spoken about bachelors in nursing. Now, another one is people who want to be trained as lawyers. Yeah, God, it's been a long time. Those who want to be trained as lawyers, those who want to study their bachelors in law, the LMB, they actually need a lot of lawyers here. So they will what? Give you, they will treat your visa with a lot of what? Agency, with a lot of speed. So you are somebody who wants to study in these areas. I think the areas are more. You are somebody who wants to study your medicine. You want to be a doctor. They will treat your visas with us a lot of speed because these people are actually in demand here. And all the other specialized areas. So this is actually an opportunity for you to speed up, for you to apply for this admission in these areas. Apply. And are you also aware that the immigration minister specifically stated that for those who want to study these programs, they actually have an opportunity to also come with their families, even though they have stated that those who want to study undergraduate programs by September 2024, such people cannot bring their spouses with them to Canada. They can also bring their kids until they are qualified for PR before they can bring them. But they said these people have the opportunity to bring their families just because once they are not putting any form of restriction on these people, they don't want to prevent their wives from coming. They don't want to prevent their husbands from following them. They want them to still be united with their kids and everybody. So this clearly gives us a lot of opportunity to push harder to apply for these programs. For you to know, if you want to be a teacher in Canada, it's actually one of the best things that you can do for yourself. The way teachers are actually treated in Canada will amaze you. It's so sad that teachers in Africa are not treated properly. Do you know that even the condition of service for teachers? We have government bungalows, government residencies, government apartments, those high-rising buildings, 10-story building, 20, 15-story building. These are government-owned apartments. Some of them are government-owned apartments, and these are only rented to people who work in the public sector. I've said before that in Africa, those who work in the private sector, they make a lot of money. But in Canada, if you're actually working in the public sector, you make more money than those who work in the private sector. You see that? So there are apartments that are rented to these teachers, and government even subsidize it. So assuming in a month your rent is supposed to be 1,000, government will subsidize it. I don't know the percentage of the subsidy. Government subsidizes, the government takes part of the cost. See, so they want teachers to hear. Now let's quickly move on. So nurses, they want the same thing, but the reality is that these people are not admitted in their large numbers like they do in our places. The class sizes in the Canadian classrooms are actually less, so that they can have more time. The student and their teachers, their professors will have more time to be able to engage with each other. They want to have more time to be able to train the students, to be able to develop the full potentials in them. I checked one of the universities. The number of nursing students they even admit is even less than 80. There are some of the schools that doesn't admit a lot of students to come and study their bachelors in education, just because they want to train them properly. They want to invest a lot of resources in these people. You see, and some of these programs, because they are in high demand, I've spoken about scholarships before. Hey, oh yeah, how you doing? Scholarship packages actually has so many requirements. One of the requirements of giving scholarships to people is people who pursue programs that are in high demand. People who pursue programs that they actually need. Benjamin, how are you doing? People who actually pursue programs that they actually need for the development of the country. And some of these programs that we're actually talking about, you can actually get a scholarship, even though you are coming to study an undergraduate program. So it's a good opportunity. There are so many people who are dying, who needs this information, but they don't have it. But if you are listening to me, it means that you have that opportunity. In some of the provinces in Canada, you can't complete your high school. You have your NECO, as they call it in Nigeria, your WASI, as they call it in Ghana, and I think other parts of Africa. You can't just complete your senior high school and use the senior high school certificate to apply for medicine. You need to first have your bachelor's degree, then you use your bachelor's degree to apply for medicine in the sciences. You see, it's a nice opportunity. It's a good opportunity just to allow a lot of people to come and make use, to come and fill these positions, to come and fill these gaps in Canada. If you don't know, Canada is actually a multicultural country. We have over 180 something cultures in Canada, bringing people from different fields to come and fill these positions. Let me quickly move on. So guys, that is it. The pay is good. See, you move from Nigeria to come and study bachelor's in education, to be a teacher, nursing, pharmacy, law, all those things. See, the pay, people think that this one will be yahoo, you do. People think it's Sakawa, Sikadro. It's not. The pay is good. You see, let's move on. Based on all the hula balloons, all the fear that we are scared of, in that Canada is not issuing visa, Canada doesn't want a lot of people to come. Do you know that it's as a result of lack of information? It's as a result of a lot of content creators on Facebook, especially on TikTok. All those people are they are not actually scrutinizing the reality of the information. Do you know that the category of international students that the Canadian system is actually dying for is people who want to study their masters? Are you aware that the Canadian job sector actually needs a lot of people who have their PhDs? That is why the immigration minister stated this one is in his own words. He said there is no cap on those who want to study their graduate or postgraduate programs, because these are the people we truly want. He said it. He said, these are the people we truly want. So it clearly tells you that they want people to come and study their masters here. And are you aware that previously, if your master's program is just 1 year, you get a 1 year postgraduate work permit. So if you study your master's for 1 year, it means that they'll give you 1 year to work in Canada as a full-time worker to gain your experience. Then based on these experiences, then you now apply for your permanent residency. But because they said these are the people they truly want, they have changed that. So the minimum postgraduate work permit they are giving now is 2 years. So you study for 2 years, it means you're going to get a 3-year postgraduate work permit. This gives you opportunity to work in Canada, to gain experience and apply for your permanent residency. So simple. Canada is the best immigration friendly country in the world. It's only in Canada that even though you are in Nigeria, even though you are in Ghana, Sierra Leone, South Africa, you want to come to Canada, you know that when you come to Canada, you need to do A, B, C, D to become a permanent resident. You can do W, M, O, so and so to get your citizenship. And do you know what they are actually doing now? Do you know? Do you know that even though they said those who want to study the undergraduate programs in Canada from September 2024, they cannot bring their spouses with them to Canada, they can't bring their kids with them to Canada, but this does not affect those who want to study their masters or their PhDs in Canada. It tells you that you see, there is something about the Caucasians, there is something about the whites. They don't joke with their families because they know the significance of uniting with your family. They know some of the challenges that you can face if you relocate as a newcomer to Canada. It can be lonely if you are somebody who is not used to that system. The culture is different from what we experience in Africa. Do you know that some of my door neighbors do not even know my name? You don't care. But if this were to be in Africa, everybody knows me. So they want people to be connected with their family, and they know some of the challenges that comes with a man moving from his family, staying alone, and the kids and the spouse are living somewhere. It comes with a lot of challenges, you know. They do, you know. It comes with a lot of challenges. So they want people to be united. So you are coming to Canada to study your master's and PhD. You get your visa. You can apply for your wife to join you. You can even apply for this visa from the beginning for your wife, for your spouse and your kids to follow you to Canada. From day one, both of you arrives. You get that? Is this not good? What else do you need? And do you also know that even though you are the principal applicant, you can apply for visa and come to Canada. Then you allow your wife or your spouse to apply for visit visa and come to Canada. When the person reaches Canada, they can change that visit visa to an open work permit for your spouse. Yes, that is the reality. So that is why I tell people that, let no agent who hasn't traveled to Canada to lie to you in Africa. There are 1,001 agents in Ghana, in Nigeria, Togo, Benin, wherever. Those people have not traveled to Canada before. They are telling you things that happens in Canada, which is a lie. Me, I tell people, the best group of people, the best person, the best decision you can make if somebody wants to do visit visa for you is when your spouse is in Canada. You see, if your spouse is in Canada and your spouse is studying, it's the best thing you can do. You know, they approve visit visa so quick. Getting visit visa is easy because the law says that you are only coming to stay in Canada not more than 6 months. So you must leave. You do not have any status. Morning, how you doing? Good, thank God. So it's easy. They are the best people who can come. They are the best people. You see, so it's easy. It's actually the best thing to do, and it's easy. So if you have your bachelor's degree. You have your bachelor's degree and you are listening to me now, and you don't have that awakening in you. You do not have that desire in you. I'm telling you that you are actually doing a lot of harm to yourself. You are doing a lot of harm to yourself. Hey, Japoma, how you doing? Let me tell you this. Based on some of these things that I'm telling you, check the statistics and see. Sometimes I don't want to bring a lot of statistics on board because it scares a lot of people. You as they say, Ghanaian will tell you that you are causing a lot of panic and fear. Do you know, based on statistics, do you know that the visa refusal rate is less in terms of those who want to study their masters and PhDs? Check these statistics. Just go to Google, type visa approval rates for graduates and postgraduates international applicants. Thank you. Check it and see. Thank you, Raf. I'm glad you are here. Their visa approval rate is very high. There is one guy from Ghana who actually had 40,000 scholarship to study in one of the universities in Canada. Kalina, see you. Do you know that when the father actually has money, so the father is the principal sponsor, this person's own bank statement, he has only 300 Ghana cedis in his as his closing balance. Can you imagine? 300 Ghana cedis. They approved the visa within the shortest possible time. The visa refusal rate is very low. The approval rate is very high for those who want to study their masters and PhDs. And what else do you want than some of these schools will actually give you scholarships? One of the followers on this page has about 24,500 scholarships to come and study. 24,000. See, that scholarship actually covered all her tuition fee. It covers it, so she's actually coming to work and take care of herself. No payment of tuition fee. It covers everything. This is what a lot of our government institutions or governmental institutions will not do in Africa. Why are they doing this? They are doing this to bring a lot of good materials. They are doing this thing to bring a lot of people who have some form of value to come and add to the Canadian system. They are doing this to ensure that people who have brain will be able to come here to come and help the country to develop. There are certain programs that are of high demand in Canada. See, I say it all the time. If you are a nurse, you want to go to UK, you want to pay 8,000 pounds, 15,000 pounds, and you and your wife or you and your spouse want to go to UK. Why not use that to come to Canada? It's even good that if you are a nurse and you have a good degree and you apply for nursing as your master's program, you apply for nursing as your PhD program, they're actually going to give you full funding. Full funding means it will take care of your tuition fee, it will take care of your living expenses, and what else do you need? If you are a teacher, you have a good background, you have this opportunity. You are somebody who has this economics, or you have a finance background, you have a business background, this opportunity is open to you. So let's assume that somebody has a bachelor's degree in business administration, bachelor's degree in economics, bachelor's degree in commerce. Based on the admission requirements for certain schools, you need to have a minimum of 2 years working experience. Some of them will tell you that you need a 3-year working experience. Then you just need to take your GRE, your graduate record exams. Once you have taken this thing, you can actually get a full funding to come and study for your MBA. You can study for your MBA in, I think I checked this thing for one of the followers. I checked this thing for people, yet people are not willing to just, let me check. So you can actually get a full funding to come and study your MBA. Full funding, MBA in this field. We have MBA in accounting, MBA in business analytics, MBA in business finance, MBA in human resource management, MBA in marketing, MBA in operations management. You can actually do this. You can check Guelph University. It's in Ontario. They have scholarship that they are. Oh, okay. They have this and they can give you. You see, that is a reality. So there are 1,001 opportunities for those who want to do their graduate and postgraduate programs. I say it all the time. One of the easiest things you can do is to use your degree with a first class, second class upper. Some of the schools will even accept second class lower. The wicked thing you can do to yourself, like Golda who is watching me, is you have a first class and you are still sitting down. You have a first class and you are unconcerned. You have a first class and the witches in your family, because they want to destroy you, they have closed your mental faculty to think about some of these things, and just use that. Get $120, $140 and just apply. If you are able to write a strong letter of motivation, strong letter of intent, you've been able to write, you've been able to get somebody to write a good recommendation for you, you get a full funding. What we are talking about, they are mentioning the word full funding. It's actually the wicked thing you can do to yourself. Having a first class and you still don't know what to do. You see, having a first class and these 1,001 opportunities are there. You don't need to be a millionaire. If you have a first class, even if you are poor, listen to what I'm going to say. Even if you are poor, you are the poorer of the poorest. Just apply for external funding. There are certain scholarships in Europe. I think Erasmus Mundus scholarship. Check it. Just use your phone. You want to do masters and PhD, is about researching. So when the schools are giving you the scholarship, they term the scholarship as research assistantship funding. It means that your supervisor, you are going to be a research assistant to that supervisor. So you should be able to use your phone to do or you'll be a teaching assistant, you'll be teaching. Just take your phone and type Erasmus Mundus scholarship. It's in Europe. One of the best scholarships, external scholarship scheme in Europe. They can give you full funding. You can check that scholarship. That scholarship is in I think Germany. You know, these packages can take care of your teaching. These are external scholarship. You have good first class, and you are able to write good scholarship letter. Do you know they can give you full? See, this one is more than full. Which other word can we use? Please type it in the comment section for me to use. Any other word that we can use apart from full. I want a different word. Do you know why I want a different word? These scholarships will actually take care of even your plane ticket. They can take care of your plane ticket. They will book your plane ticket and send it to you. One of my guys actually had this thing, and he is in Netherlands. They did everything. They did everything for him. The plane ticket, they paid his plane ticket. They pay your plane ticket, even give you money. They even give you money to even buy a laptop. If you come to this part of the world, those laptops we are using, complete scholarship. They give you complete scholarship. Do you know why I like the word complete? Complete scholarship will take care of 1, your tuition fee. Number 2, it will take care of your living expenses. Number 3, it will take care of your plane tickets. Number 4, it will take care of your laptop. They will buy laptop for you. Proper laptop. Not those HP, Dell you will use the Apple laptop. They give you money. So what else do you need? Do you need something again? Okay, extensive scholarship. I like this one too. You give you extensive scholarship. Everything. It will cover everything. See, that is the best thing you can do to yourself if you're having a first class. Even if you have a second class upper, you are able to write a strong letter of explanation, or this letter of intent. People call it personal letter. See, you get extensive scholarship. You get a complete scholarship. See, what else do you want? What else do you want? What else? The scholarship packages they are giving you, they are paying you. So they want good materials. Even though if you have a second class upper, I've been saying it. Oh, Samson is coming again. Charlie, the code no the ground by the sweet. I wanted to tell you something. Our system, Susan, the snow is coming again.
I told you.
Yeah, but I think we actually going to spring. But
It is Thursday.
Oh yeah, tomorrow will be spring, right? Thursday.
No, it's Thursday.
First day. So today is 21st.
August 21st.
21st.
It's the first day of the season.
Oh, yet we haven't snow. That's crazy. Okay, guys, I wanted to say something. Our system in Africa doesn't really help us to personally develop ourselves. You see, if you look at the various levels of education, a lot of us are lying within the undergraduate level. If you want to.
Are you cooking?
No, I'm just watching the
because no one can.
You want to? Oh, okay.
Prepare my soup.
So early? Good. So it doesn't really help us to personally develop. So those who are actually at the undergraduate level, we see them to be people who are not master of what the field that they have studied in. You know, I'm actually at the kitchen. So it doesn't really help them to really have control over the content they have studied. So for those who be doing their masters, it actually means that you are a master over that particular field. You see, it means you have much control over that. So if you have your masters in Ghana and you want to come and study your PhD, it means that you need to really prove that you have actually prepared yourself. One of the ways that you can prepare yourself, if you are somebody who has a master's now and you want to apply for your PhD, you are somebody who has masters now, you want to consider some of these external scholarships. They want to see how you have added value to yourself. A lot of us here have classroom work. They have masters. People have PhDs. It's just classroom work. One of the things that you can do to even make your supervisor, if you have your masters, the supervisor you'll be contacting, you make the supervisor to know that this is a good product. Is one, you need to write a lot of articles. The word is article. Somebody write the article in the comment section for me. You need to write articles. Articles are ways of critiquing things that are happening in our areas. Write article. Publish the article. If you are in Ghana, there are so many things that are happening in Ghana. If you are in Nigeria, there are so many things that are happening in Nigeria. Write articles on some of these things. It shows that this is somebody who is open-minded. This is somebody who can challenge himself. You write articles on some of these things and publish it. if you are somebody, you have your bachelor's degree and you want to get a supervisor to come and do your master's, one of the things that you can do when you are sending the cold emails, if you are sending the cold emails to the professors and you want the professors to know that you are a good material, is what? If you have written any book, a lot of us, we have our masters, we have not even written any book, we have not attended any book. One of the things you can do is what? You be an author. See, even though if you can't write, just get some materials and compile them. Yeah, how are you doing? No, how are you all? So, is to write a book, try to publish it. You are a teacher, you have a mastery over mathematics. What do? Try to write any mathematics book. See, write any book on mathematics. Compile, just put some materials together. So when you are contacting the supervisor, you tell the supervisor, I've been able to author this book. I've been able to write this article. Then the supervisor will know that, oh, this person has been doing something relating to researching. Because even though if you want to write a book, you need to do some researches, get some information to be able to write a complete book. Some of us, we just have degree. We are not personally developing ourselves. Degree. Some of us, we just have degree, first class. You don't do anything in terms of co-curricular activities. You don't even do anything to prove to the supervisor that, oh, this is somebody who is good at doing something. Some of us, we just have degree. We don't even do anything. There is nothing that we do to position ourselves to give confidence to the supervisor that this person is a good material. We don't do anything. So you having a first class alone is noise. Engage yourself in co-curricular activities. So if you are at your workplace, when they give you position, make use of those positions very well, so that you can include that in the articles, in the code emails that you'll be sending to the supervisor. Tell them, I've been doing this here, I've been doing that, because you'll be attaching your CV. So you are attaching your CV, and it shows that, oh, in terms of co-curricular activities, you've been doing good, you've been doing this, you've been doing that. So those things are really important. This is what I brought from Ghana. It's actually not working. I can't.
It's not working.
Yeah. So I don't use it for anything. So do those things to add a lot of value to yourself. You see, if somebody is even writing a book, I take a minute, Should I put it in or should I put it?
No, I'm already. You finished it?
Say again. Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, guys, I'm coming in. Let me give you more tips. I'm moving from the kitchen. See, my landlady is so busy. This is the sweet potato. She's peeling the sweet potato.
No, it's not sweet.
This is potato, right?
Yeah.
This is potato. You can see.
It's not sweet. It's regular.
Yeah, okay, this is potato, Good. So, man, you see? Okay, let's go. Good. Let me give you more tips, Moving from the kitchen. Good. Let me give you more tips, things that you can do. Good. Bon, merci beaucoup. Good. So, if you are coming to do your masters or your PhDs, sit well. See, some of the professors actually want people that they can work as a team, people that they can easily go with them, people that will be open to suggestions, people that will be open to criticism, or their views will be criticized. So one of the things that you can do is that if somebody is writing a book, as I've started, you can just co-author the book. The two of you can form a team and write the book together. So if you are contacting the supervisor, you tell them, I co-authored this book in this area, on that area, or what have you. It tells the supervisor that this is somebody who can work in a team, because they need team players. You are not coming to work in isolation. So it tells them, oh, this person can work in a team. You see, oh, this person is somebody who is a team player. They need team players. Thank you, Peter and Mable. You see, so this person can work in a team. So the person will be open to what? Diverse opinions. That is it, indirectly. Now, if you are contacting the supervisor, some of them, especially supervisors that will give you a lot of money, like the guy who had a $40,000 scholarship, he has to go for this interview. The supervisors would like to interview you. Why should they interview? They want to see if the sense, the mental faculty is there. They want to see what you are putting on paper. You can actually defend it. So it's not just about you being so smart. It's just not about you having a first class. It's just not about you having a second. People, do you know, there is one guy who had a scholarship to one of the schools in US. That person had 2 points. Is it 2 point something CGPA? Second class lower, almost third class. The person has scholarship. Whatever you are putting on paper, once you can defend it, you are good to go. There was one guy, those days I was in Ghana. I helped that guy to apply for one of the schools in Canada. I which school? I wanted to mention the name. Maybe with time I will tell you. This person had third class. Poor academic background. The grades are so poor. Nyama grades. Nyama grades. Do you know? We applied to the program. And fortunately, you see, the whites, they are not like we, the blacks. They know that as a student, there are so many things that can happen. There are so many challenges that we encounter in school. That is why even your transcripts, they know that when you go to university, the first year of the first semester, you are not well settled, so things may not go well with you. Second semester, things may not, even second year. So they will consider the last 2 years of your university education for your bachelor's to give you admission to do your master's. So they don't consider your entire transcript, the last 2 years, because they know the last 2 years you are well positioned, you are used to the program, so you should be able to perform. So this person had a third class. When we applied, they asked him to explain why he wasn't able to do well in school. You see the thing? They asked him to explain. They asked him to write a letter, which is called letter of extenuation. So extenuation simply means that challenges that you might have faced, things that happened to you that prevented you from performing up to expectation. So, you know, when it comes to telling lies, we know how to tell lies according to God's wish. My guy and I, we sat down, we thought through of what to say. Charlie, we wrote some letter of extenuation. If I read that letter to you, you cry for this person. We wrote a strong letter. We lied. This guy was staying with the auntie when he started his university education. Not too long, the auntie died. So this guy became homeless and the parents are not well to do. One of the so and so was taking care. That person died. The mother, oh, Charlie, died, matter. So the guy became emotionally traumatized. He has to even seek psychological counseling. So those things affected his grade. So we are sorry. See, admission, boom, they there. So even though your grades may not be good, if you are able to put certain things on paper to defend your grades, they can give you admission. They can even give you funding. So if the supervisor set an interview, set a date to interview you, you need to go through what you have written on paper. You must go through what you have written on paper. Try to see how you can defend it. Try to see how you can polish it. Try to see how you can make it better. Once you are able to do this thing, you get admission. You can even get funding. Some of the professors don't want the best of the best. No. Professors don't want the best people. It's not that people who are so intelligent they want. No. Schooling in Canada is not necessarily about being so intelligent. It's just being about somebody who can think critically. Do some of these things and begin to get scholarship. Do some of these things and begin to get admission. You can even get those external fundings that I have mentioned. So don't just sit down and just put anything on paper that, oh, I want to school. You just sit down. No, take time. Your letter of intent, your letter of motivation. Use a lot of days sitting down, writing this letter. See, sit down, eat some akple or banku with some sacramine driver. If you don't know which soup is called sacramine driver, let me explain to you. There is a particular soup I call sacramine driver. Ademe viare, fetri viare, bomane nome, ni agbichane nome, yupere, akpotilapia bagbare, salmone nome, enyilane nome. You see this thing? Then the garden egg. Don't just chop the garden egg like people who are in my village who chop the garden egg in triangular forms, in triangles. You see that? Prepare this soup. Eat the belly full. Get some Coke. Put it on the table. Let your brain calm down. Let your brain calm down. Put your phone off, because a lot of us, we are financially struggling, so that the person you are owing will not call you and you will still have brain problem. Sit down and write that letter. Write it properly. Oh. Write it properly. Write it. If you are tired, put it down. Go and walk, come back. Call that new lady that you have been speaking with. The new lady. Call her. Oh, what's up? Hey, I miss you, blah, blah, blah. Let her speak nice voice into you. Come back and continue the letter. Write a strong letter of intent. Then you send it. You are writing a letter, to an email to the professor. Relax and write a strong letter. Those positions you have occupied before, in school, out of school, at your workplace, put those things there. Put those positions there, and some of the things that you have done. See, put those things there, and some of the things, even in your church. If you are an usher, put it in it, because the university needs people who come and work in those fields. Put it there. Me, when I was in Ghana, because I've been doing this course registration for students, BC registration, I speak with parents, but I put those things there, and I make it so beautiful. If you read it, you know that, hey, this guy there, he's well positioned. He's master. It is the branding. You need to brand yourself very well, but don't over brand yourself. Don't over brand yourself. Brand yourself to the stage that you'll be able to defend it. You see, there is one guy. We're all in Bando, so he didn't attend the public training colleges in Ghana. He attended distance. He did distance with Winneba diploma. So he came to do service in my school. Very respectful guy. So he finished and he was home. He hasn't gotten job. I was doing some part-time in one of the private schools in Ghana then. So I just spoke with the woman, the headmistress. He said, well, let him come. So I told him, he wrote his application letter, sent it to the school. He was there when I saw in one group that one good private school in Accra actually wanted teachers. So I called the guy. I sent the advert to him. It's a PDF. He should apply to the school. So he wrote the letter and sent it to me. The application letter. I said yes. Then I gave him my CV. I gave him my CV. That CV was some good CV. I gave him the CV. Then I told him that he should change certain things in my CV, because those days I was having degree, he hasn't got a degree, and based on things that I've been doing. So I told him to take some of them, put the CV together, bam, with the application. He sent it to the school. The following day, they sent him a message that he should come for interview. So I called him. We went to my school. If he's watching, he will know. We went to the school. The school, he did the service, and I was a permanent teacher then. I sat him down. I took the CV. I explained everything to him, one after the other. Gave him examples, school-centered examples. I told him if he will be able to say this and add more to it, he will pass that interview. He said, hey, Charlie, he's scared. I said, my guy, don't be scared. He went for the interview. Less than 20 minutes, the guy called me. Hey, Onavike, Charlie, the people want to take me. Which salary should I mention? I told him, don't mention any salary. Tell him that based on your performance, they should give you salary that fits you. I was just there. The interview, they give me time. He called me, Onavike, Charlie, the people want to pay me 1,000. I said, it's okay. Because when he was teaching in that school, they were paying him only 350 cedis. So if people want to take you and pay you 1,000, and you'll be doing extra classes, and those extra classes money they'll be giving to them every 2 weeks, it's not part of it. He got the chance. He came back, he was so happy. Packed his things from Bando straight to Accra. He's in Accra now. He's doing his degree. What am I trying to say? Polishing yourself, packaging yourself, branding yourself. I don't know if because I gave him my CV, I gave him some tricks that made him get it. For that, no. You see, that may not be it. It could be it could be grace upon him. It could be different things. I don't know. But what I'm saying is that you need to what? Just brand yourself, package yourself. Those are the things that they want. The African system doesn't really help us to develop well. But it doesn't also make sense when we keep complaining, when we keep not doing things that we know. Write books. These articles that I'm talking about, Golda has a first class. First class, oh, he's looking at me. You know the drum. He has not even written any book. Maybe. But I know if Golda has written book, he would have told me. He hasn't written any article. There are so many things. Do these things and see. Do it and see. Schools are open. Schools are giving scholarships. We've mentioned those schools already. My guys, do it. Your future lies in the decision you are taking today. If you are failing, you know. You know, if you are failing, you know. You see, the way people develop here, you see my landlady, he has a son, small boy. You see that boy? Charlie. Because the system helps them to develop quickly. So if you are failing, you know. If you are not failing, thank be to God. I saw on somebody's WhatsApp status, it said, dear Nurse of King, the account is not looking good. Please start working. So if your account is looking good, you know. Guys, I think I've been talking, I think it should be over an hour. Thank you so much for watching me. If you realize that what I have discussed with you is good, it's an information that somebody needs, please share this video with him or her. Somebody needs this information. Somebody in my village needs this information. Let's try to make use of some of these opportunities to break the chain of poverty in our families. The poverty is too much. The poverty, Jennifer, how you doing? Awuku. The poverty is too much. Let's break the chain of poverty. For me, based on where I'm coming from, those who know me, Golda knows me, a lot of you knows me. If I get any information, I'm not going to conceal it. If I had the information, what would be the benefit? I'll share the information with you. But sharing the information will still mean nothing if people do not make use of the opportunities I'm sharing with you. Make use of it. There is one of the guys who sent me a message today. They asked him to come for the visa. Come and see, this guy was happy. The guy was so happy. Yes, me, I'm not rich, no money. But the hope that we see in the future, the way we perceive the future, that gives us the hope. Please don't be frustrated. I know the situation. Don't be frustrated. The current situation surrounding you should rather motivate you to push through. Your kids' future depends on the decisions you are making today. That lady who got married to you should have dated a sugar daddy, should have gotten married to somebody who is better than you, but she saw that future in you. She decided to give you the chance. Don't disappoint her. There is somebody whose future is connected to you. If you mess up, that person will mess up. Another person is connected to that person. If that person mess up, see, the lineage continues like that. And I've been saying it. God in his own wisdom has made it in such a way that everybody, at least, even if this family is the poorest of the poorest family in the world, there should be one person who should be doing well, at least to help that family develop. It could be you. So you need to take the tough decision today to give freedom to that family. You see, that is it. If you are able to make it, you surely help somebody in the family to also come out. That person will help another person to come out. That person will also help another person. That person, see, in the next 20 years, our poor families will change. Please, I want to know how is the ground for database database. This question, Mr. Amable, don't ask this question. You are talking about database relating to IT. Masa, come and do this program and see if you regret it. I have spoken about some of these programs already. Come and do this program and see. They will think it's a can-do that you have done. So if you do all these things, our families will change. Some of us, our family don't help. The family, they are only interested in funeral. They don't help. Is somebody having money in your family? Ask yourself. Is somebody having money in your family? The answer is no. Even if there is one person who has money, he knows that the poverty is so, it has passed through almost everybody. So if he wants to help everybody in the family, he will also become poor. So he will be protecting what he has gotten. So he will not be able to help as you are thinking. And sometimes we perceive people to be, they are rich. For all you know, they are not rich. Oh, they are just managing the little they have. As I'm here, people, if I see people send me message, Charlie, I need money. Can you send me 1,000? Can you give me 2,000? Me too, I'm poor. Me, I don't get money. I don't get money. From here, they go see my landlady. She's peeling some potato there. That be the food we go job. But me, I don't get money. Me, they go to hell. From here now, they go there. They go prepare that potato. She will use that potato to prepare soup. Make I prepare some rice. I go take potato soup. Then I chop away. I don't get money. People tell me, if I have money, why not? So help. I don't get. So instead of waiting, instead of Golda to wait for me, Golda be my good friend for college. Me then Golda. Golda they buy food and things. He taught me all the bad things. Golda taught me all the bad things. Instead of Golda to wait that, oh, my friend Bismarck will make money and come and help me to also come to Canada in 10 years time, in 15 years time, which will not mean anything to you. That is why I'm giving this information to you today. God bless you. enjoy your afternoon. I'm sure it's afternoon in Africa. I think it's 2 p.m. in Ghana. God bless you all. Don't give up. We go make up.